3, 2, 1. Maybe I should go piss before I do this. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm so excited. I was excited.
Hi, I'm Athena.
I'm Rosa.
And we're Poor Girls.
Where we pour our thoughts on girlhood, life,
and everything in between.
All right.
Let's pour it out, right?
Let's pour it right out, actually.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course. I know it's really hard to schedule out time in our busy lives. Thank you for being here, right? So yeah, I'm just really appreciative that you're here and that we can, record and we can talk about some fun things. I think today's topic is really interesting and really important.
I think it's really fun. I think it's everyone's favorite thing ever.
Yes, of course. And that topic is gonna be periods.
Menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
Let's hear it out.
I don't know if the outfit gave it away. Rosa's wearing this beautiful matching red on red.
I'm a tampon.
Yeah. The brown is the unused, It's pretty good.
And it's the string.
It's a little straighting.
It's the bottom.
The bottom. It was great. I'm really excited about this one specifically. I think when we first brought this topic up, it was something that I feel like most people can really relate to. It's a big deal, right? It's something that most people go through a large portion of their lives. I think I have a fact that's I think on average, it's about 450 periods of their lifetime. Which
I've never sat down and thought about how many actual periods am I gonna have in my lifetime, or how many periods do I have left?
Ooh,
do you ever think about that?
No, I am going to
We're
now.
Count down, okay, that's one more down.
Oh,
700 more to
go. That's crazy. That's what, roughly 10 years of their
10
lifetime.
years.
10 years, right?
I feel like that's a little bit. Because you have it from...
Their average, on average.
Okay.
An average of 10 years spent menstruating.
Oh, conjoined. That's wretched.
That's crazy.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's so much fun.
That's the favorite part.
Oh my god, I'm looking forward to conjoined any.
I hope whoever's listening and watching, if they have a period, if they don't have a period, they give a little grace.
Go ahead and
it's a long time.
Thank whoever you need to thank, because it is tough out here, girl.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great segue to talk about just the idea that not everybody who has a period is a woman, and not every woman has a period. Just
we had said not every period has a woman.
Yeah, not every period has a woman. If you'd like to adopt, let us know. We might, have some periods that are looking for a new home. I know mine is.
I think mine's been
too.
In the talks for a while. She's maybe this is not the home for me.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna have to agree.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to agree.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think this specific topic is really important, not only because you and I have experience on that, but even if you don't have experience, I think learning about it and learning maybe what the people around you who do go through a menstrual cycle have to deal with, and just having a little bit of information can really, help someone not feel alone.
Right.
Going through it. I know for me, at least, especially as I get older, my periods are less fun. Not that they were ever fun, but they are a little less enjoyable each and every year. For me, they get a little more painful, and I don't know if that's with age or if that's just me personally.
I think it's usually our body starting to betray us more and more. And honestly, with the topic in hand, I feel like knowing how common a period is and how much we now know about them, there's still a slight taboo topic.
Yeah.
I feel like there's still people out there who are still uncomfortable in a public space if a period comes up.
Yeah.
And I think I'm really here to break these barriers.
Yeah.
Break these bubbles, break these comfort zones where it's they exist, and so what? Yeah. And let's talk about it and let's be aware of it.
Yeah.
Because you or a loved one of yours may be affected by a period. Someone knows someone with a period.
Yeah, once every 21 days, 31 days, something
you and
or
a loved one will be affected.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
Yes.
28.
28, right?
28 is a cycle?
That's the average?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
And I feel like just knowing the general knowledge, even scraping surface level, you're able to help somebody.
Of course.
Even if you don't get periods, you're able to be present. There's this creator, Dylan.
Oh, yes, I do know who you're talking about. She did
the day one of being a girl.
Yes.
She talked about how even if she doesn't get periods, she constantly has tampons on her.
Yeah.
For when she goes to the restroom.
Yeah.
If someone's looking for a tampon, she will always have one on her.
Yeah.
And I think that is such a special thing to do.
Yeah.
That even if you don't relate, you can still be there for someone else.
Of course.
In any way you can. And I think periods are a great way to be there for someone else.
Yes.
A great time, and it's so easy sometimes. It's so easy.
Yes.
And I feel like sometimes we overthink about how easy it really is to just be there and help.
Be present.
Yeah. And I think just taking that taboo, being like, this is what it is. I'm here.
I'm forced to be, right? It's forced upon you.
I don't have the choice. Yeah. So learn.
Yeah.
Let's learn about it.
Gosh, it's so crazy to think that a large portion of us go through the same thing for a large majority of our lives. And it's a really big topic that I don't think we talk about enough. Ever.
I feel like I have yet to talk enough about periods, and I've been talking about them for years.
Yes.
And I still haven't.
I go through them
every research. I was like still learning.
Yeah.
We found like 5 new words we didn't know, and I'm like, this is literally happening inside my body right now. I have no idea what this word is. So
looking it up on definition and looking up how to pronounce them.
We were like progesterone. Progesterone.
Which means definition?
It's a hormone.
A hormone.
An essential hormone.
Period.
It's an essential hormone that helps segue from ovulation to pregnancy.
Oh.
And it helps also, it allows also for breasts to start forming milk and producing milk for pregnancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
That seems like something I should know.
Yeah, my breasts are going to do that at some point. I might as well know what the heck they're doing and who's doing it.
And you say it how?
Progesterone.
Progesterone.
I read it as, I already forgot the other word. What's the
progesterone? No,
testosterone. I thought it's testosterone, progesterone.
Progesterone.
You see?
Great. Does that fall in any specifically phase?
Yeah. So we can start with that. I did a lot of research on the menstrual cycle.
Cool.
If you didn't know, if you have a period, and if your loved one has a period, they go through 4 phases through the 28-day cycle.
28 days.
So it's 4. The first one being your menstrual,
okay,
which is the period, which is what lasts on average 1 to 7 days. Let's add that disclaimer right here and now before I keep talking. We are not doctors.
Oh gosh, no.
If I say something, you're like, that does not sound like me at all.
No.
Periods come in all shapes and sizes.
Yes.
And if yours doesn't fall in every little section that I'm about to say or anything we talk about, don't freak. All right?
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh my God, something's wrong with me. Also, ask your doctor before you decide nothing's wrong with you. Be like, that sounds a little abnormal. Let me ask my doctor. Write that down.
Schedule an appointment. Yeah, let me go ahead and ask my doctor. Yeah.
With that being said. No, but yeah, first step would be your menstruation, which is your period, which is on average lasts 1 to 7.
Okay.
How long does your last?
My period usually lasts about 7 days.
Mine's actually, when I first got it, mine would only be 3.
Really?
And then recent years, my body betrayed me, and she jumped to 5 to 7.
Ooh.
A bitch. Why did she do that?
Yeah.
And I think that's been a question I ask a lot of women, like,
how long?
How long?
You got a little jealousy in you.
How long? How painful? And how much? Like the top 3s?
Mine's longer, so.
Well, mine's worse. So let's tone it down, all right?
All periods are not created equally.
Equal. That's true.
Okay.
And I will look down. Look, I will be jealous.
Rose is in the corner crying over the length
of
her
I'm
period.
so happy for you.
Oh, you're the chosen one.
I know.
3 days.
God does have favorites.
She does have favorites.
No, but do you know what your period is?
I think health class and maybe the many books that my mother forced upon me to read into the bathroom told me that it was the shedding of my uteral lining.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, what that means, not entirely sure. I just have that enlarged into my head.
Okay, good.
And I think maybe it's the shedding of, isn't it like our eggs kind of
Yeah.
like fall through,
So,
right?
Once we go through the phases, basically there is an egg there ready for fertilization, right?
Yeah.
Your period, it's basically the releasing of that egg.
Okay.
So that egg is attached to your lining, and eventually, once she's like, okay, fuck me, I guess I'm not gonna be used this month. Let me die. Quite literally goes and dies. Dramatic. She just dies. She falls through your vagina.
She's just like me.
She's like, I guess I'll die, and then does.
Zero attention.
Literally. And you know what? She does a good job.
Oh, good.
She does a good job, and I'm happy for her.
Okay.
I could only wish to be her.
Uh-huh.
Where I'm like, no one's giving me attention. I guess I'll just go fuck off and die. That's basically a period.
And that's stage 1.
That's stage 1.
Stage 1 is fuck off and die.
And then when she is disposed of, cremated, gone through, we fall into stage 2.
Okay.
Which is the follicular? If I'm saying this wrong. Follicular?
Follicular?
I want to... English is my second language. All right.
It is my first language, however, I am dyslexic.
Iridocyclitis.
Brain to mouth to reading to all sorts of things is not fun. But like we said, internet's free. Go look up the definition.
We literally were like, progesterone pronunciation. And
I clicked it, and it
like,
spoke to us. Okay.
Easy. All right,
Perfect.
so follicular. I'm going to say follicular.
Okay, perfect.
It's 7 to 14 days. Because the first one was 1 to 7.
Great.
This one's on average 7 to 14.
Okay.
So each one you'll notice it's the 28 days split into 4, which is on average the week, right?
Right.
1 week. It's the month on average. We're looking at, let's say, February, right?
Okay.
It's 1 week of each week of February.
Okay.
So second week, follicular, it's where basically, me reading my handwriting, it's basically your uterus getting ready for your ovaries to release another egg.
Ooh.
Right? So they've gone through the lining release.
Yeah.
She's died, she's passed through. So now they're starting to rebuild. That is where you're starting to rebuild your lining, and it's forming another bed for the next egg.
Okay.
What people say usually, and I'll talk about these 2 stages together, is during your menstruation, it is best to always listen to your body, right? Even through the whole 4 stages. But mainly menstruation, because that's going to be the toughest one, right? You're bleeding. Listen to your body, rest. Take all the rest. If your body's like, I'm tired, girl, go to sleep. Go to sleep. This is not the week to be heavy lifting.
Okay.
This is not the week to be like, I'm going to run a marathon. Now, if your marathon lands on your period, amen.
That's a you problem.
That is a you problem. Sorry. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't recommend it. If you've noticed, also my gym rats out there, if you've noticed, you're weaker. You'll see that you can lift, like, let's say, your max a week before. The next week you're on your period, you realize you can't even do it 3/4 of that. You're gonna have to, I didn't know that when I first started going to the gym, and my ego dropped. I'm like, when did I lose my strength? First of all, who's punking me right now? Then I realized it was my period. She's who punked me. You get weak.
During the first stage?
During the first stage. Your strength literally gives out. And
I wonder if that is why, at least for me, I get really tired.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, basically it's because you're exerting all this energy into
Yeah.
literally just getting up and walking and doing your day-to-day tasks.
Huh.
That your body literally gets so tired and it doesn't have enough energy to exert into more activities.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I'm saying, my gym rats out there, you'll notice. And I didn't realize this was such a big conversation between girls who go to the gym, there's a lot of women out there who base their workouts based on their cycle.
That's smart.
That is smart. And I think I've started recently doing that, and I've felt a lot more productive in my cycle and in my fitness journey. So if you haven't considered it, I would consider it. Because in the follicular, that's when you start rebuilding that strength.
Okay.
So you'll see yourself getting a lot more energetic. This is also where people suggest you do planning.
Okay.
You're a lot more mentally concentrated because a lot of it's already working.
Oh.
So you're already working, you might as well be like, okay, well, you're already working, girl. Let me give you another task.
Yeah.
You're already sitting down. Here's another paper.
Okay.
Here's another sheet. So that whole week after your period, if you want to do some planning, I would suggest doing it then and there.
That's kind of smart. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't know that use your body and what your body does to your advantage.
Yeah.
and you'll see like what you can actually accomplish. It's kind of fun.
That's the second.
That's the second phase.
The second phase.
So now we're almost 14 days in.
Okay.
Then that leads us to the third. Actually, this depends on what you're trying to do. Favorite, the ovulation stage.
Oh.
This one's about 14 to 20 days. So this is going to be a little shorter, right?
Okay.
Ovulation is the movement of that egg releasing from the ovaries and attaching itself to the lining. So now we've already done the prep stage.
Okay.
Now the egg is released. And now the egg has reattached itself to the lining.
Right.
This is your freaky deaky week. Alright? If you feel like you and your man, he just looks extra scrumptious, diddly-umptious, you're gonna be like, I want this man, I want him now. Yeah. Clock yourself before you got a little baby. A little mini me. Cute. That was your body betraying you.
Yeah, okay.
Betrayed,
that actually
betrayed,
makes
betrayed.
sense because I feel like every month I get like FOMO for all the little babies or what is it, the baby fever?
Yes.
I'm like, give it to me now.
It's your body
And
betraying
then
you.
like I'll wake up one day and be like, actually whatever I said yesterday is completely
was
wrong.
that?
I'm completely fine with that little baby cute. But,
Yeah, it's your body literally. It's the science. It's
Yeah.
all, and I feel like oftentimes we forget we're all animals.
Yeah.
We still go through the cycles.
Yeah.
Our job is to reproduce, and once our body's ready to do it, it starts sending little messages
Jump
to
these
your little
bones.
brains, to little love letters. Be like, actually, do you remember when your boyfriend got you flowers 10 years ago? You remember you still love him?
It's
think
the
you should
rose
reward
glasses.
him.
The rose-colored
Literally,
glasses.
Like, you
Come
should
on.
reward him about that right now. I think he deserves a little extra praise right now. No. Well, I mean,
Yes. Yes.
but be careful. Be careful. It's your body betraying you.
You know what's crazy to think about is that I feel like listening to you talk about this, I'm realizing that our body gives out very clear signs of what's going on.
Yes.
And I don't think I spend enough time listening to them.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people do.
Because we're what, 3 stages in, and there's been at least one thing each stage that I'm going, okay, yeah, I did that. Okay, yeah, I do that.
Mm.
Okay, I get tired in the first stage. Okay, the second stage, I feel like I've bounced back, and then sometimes I'm like, okay, well, it's just because my period's over and I'm happy.
Yeah.
And then that third stage, I do feel, or at least about a week and a half before my period starts again, I feel like, you know, my fiance's looking a little extra toasty, a little extra creamy, a little extra, all sorts of things.
Someone gets a dollop of whipped cream on his
dollop of
head,
whipped
and I'm like,
cream.
wait a minute.
He like walks through the door,
Bring those
and I'm like,
mustache hairs over here,
yes, thank
boy.
you, thank you very much, thank you. I choose you and
Yes.
you alone. Thank
Yes.
you. So that's crazy to
Yeah.
think that all of this time I was just ignoring the signs, and it's literally
And I don't
happening
think-
right inside
right.
of me.
I don't think it's necessarily you ignoring them. I think you weren't told that
Right.
there would be signs. Because no
Right.
one told me this during my health class. I learned this all on my own.
Right.
And this all came from me learning about how to track my cycle.
Okay.
I'm very, very lucky. I understand that. I have a very regular period.
Yeah.
So I was very lucky to be able to track it. And knowing the signs of when and what to look for, what cues,
Yeah.
is to know when you can, you
Okay.
know? Going into ovulation, which is the one we're on, right?
Yeah.
I think the biggest one, and your body will tell you immediately, you just start to discharge the most.
Right.
Aside from a period, of course,
Right.
right? You'll discharge the most during this stage. And it'll be that egg white,
Yeah.
that cute little mucus, little slime coming right out. And I don't know about you, mine's just, sometimes they don't
No,
even
mine
let me
is
know.
just like
It's like, well, I'm like,
literally. I'm like, oh, hi.
okay.
Saying
Hi,
hello.
boyfriend. And those,
Hi.
we're looking at each other, I'm like, oh.
You like
Sure.
feel it drop, and you're like, oh, hi.
Oh, hello.
Hello. You like smell it from a while away.
Well,
Your
yes.
hormones.
Yeah, oh, sure.
Yeah.
Every period is
That's-
different.
Not all periods are created equally.
Right. But yes.
Yeah.
And I think, like, a lot of people don't know what their discharge is. And let's talk
Yes.
about discharge for a second here, right?
Completely natural.
Completely natural, completely normal.
Yes.
But your body tells you a lot through your discharge as well. And a lot of
Yes.
people don't know how to tell their discharge.
Yes.
People get brown discharge. Blue, purple,
Blue,
green.
purple.
Yes, blue, purple,
Is
green.
blue purple?
Pink, orange.
Orange. I do know that brown is for
Older blood.
older blood, yeah.
Red, of course, you may be
No.
spotting a little extra blood.
Yeah.
Orange, I think also maybe a little fresher blood could be on that orange pinky.
Yeah.
However, if it's coming out yellowy greeny, again, I'm not a doctor, but maybe ask your doctor because oftentimes that could be a sign of an infection.
Right.
Blue purpley, I think also maybe older blood.
Blue purpley is older blood. Wow.
Again,
not a doctor.
Not a doctor. Ask me educate me. Tell me if I'm wrong. But what I've read when I was younger, now I've never had blue discharge. But if I did.
Like, why do discharge blue?
Why are you glowing?
Why glow? Why discharge glow?
Why is my discharge glowing right now in the toilet? Now.
Why Smurf in underwear?
Why Papa Smurf?
Why Papa Smurf look yummy today?
That was crazy.
Comes up. Ovulation.
You're obviously ovulating. This is not regular. Seek help.
The mustache.
Oh my god. And you know what? I won't speak on that. Next.
Next episode we do Hear Me Out.
Well, hear me out.
Hear me out.
Papa.
You about to ovulate? Are you ovulating?
I think I am about to ovulate.
You're about to ovulate.
That's why you said Papa Smurf the mustache.
You said,
that
mustache.
But I'm really thinking about him. It's kind of working.
It's kind of working.
All right,
Papa for a reason.
She said,
Papa Smurf. Papa.
Papas.
Papas.
Papas. All right. Now, when you start looking at your man, you start thinking about Papa Smurf. That's the end of your ovulation.
That's the end of your ovulation.
That's your cue. Let's move forward. Like, you're not ready.
You're not ready.
But that leads us into our last stage, right? This
Right.
one's a little more like, there's not a lot of details to this one. It's called the luteal?
Luteal?
Luteal.
Okay.
Again, look, correct me. I'm okay with being corrected. This one's kind of the where it splits. Okay. So it either goes one way or the other. It depends on what happened during your ovulation.
Right.
If you and Papa Smurf really did get along and it worked well, you're pregnant. And the luteal stage will begin now releasing what we call the progesterone.
Progesterone.
What is progesterone?
Progesterone.
That's the one where it starts that hormone that starts helping really formulate, ready for baby.
And all that.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. But if you don't, your luteal stage, luteal, it's because there's no R in it. It's luteal.
Is it really? Luteal?
I don't know.
Luteal? Luteal? That sounds...
Luteal.
I don't know. Google it.
Yeah, pronunciate it. I don't know.
Pronunciate.
If you don't get pregnant, it will drop the count of progesterone hormones. So the number of those hormones will decrease.
Oh.
And now you're setting up for menstruation.
Okay.
And then once it starts decreasing, your egg is now ready to die.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 cycles.
Okay. I also have a note here, and I don't know if you know anything about it, because I'm not the most familiar with the phases, but that last phase had something to do with PMSing. And
yeah. I don't know
when
if that's
all of your hormone, because you have like hormonal shifts in the second phase, right. But then a hormonal change in the last phase.
And I think that's where the progesterone comes in, right? It's where it starts shifting. Okay. So you have a consistent, I don't know, I want to say consistent, right?
Right.
But a certain amount.
Right.
Leading up to the ovulation, and the ovulation kind of stores it.
Yeah.
Right? So it can get ready for a baby.
Okay.
If you don't give it a baby, that drops. Yeah. Right? It drops. At some point, that's got to affect you.
Right. Right.
Same way where if you do get pregnant, it increases. So this is like, we're splitting off.
Yeah.
Same way why when women get pregnant, I think that's why they start feeling PMS symptoms.
Right.
Like they'll feel the cramping, they'll see the spotting, and I think that's the increase of the progesterone.
Right.
Just the same way you PMS, it's the decrease of the progesterone. I feel like it'll affect you eventually. Watch me be wrong about everything I just said.
They're gonna go, well, actually.
Actually? Look, I think I know my period. She told me.
She told me.
She actually whispered to me tonight.
She told me.
This is exactly what I do. I'm like, right.
She's doing a little ASMR for Rosa every night. She's like, hey, girl, how's it doing? Yes. Thank you. She said, get ready for Papa's Smurf.
Oh my god, I can't stop thinking about Papa's Smurf. It's so scary.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Look him up. Come on. Anyways.
Papa Smurf, if you're watching this, call me.
Papa Smurf, if you're watching this and you're looking for a wife.
Do I not look like your hat?
What do you say?
Or little red pants?
Is it pants or a hat? They have hats, right? I don't know enough about the Smurfs.
Me either. I saw it like once.
I think I've seen like 2 pictures.
Too.
No, literally, I think I saw like a image of the live action. Is it Papa Smurf?
Gargamel.
Oh. Hear me
out.
That's a lot of information.
It's kind of a lot for like this little process that you. And that's what I'm saying. Like everyone gets their period. They think they need to stress about their period that 1 week. They're like, whatever. Let me get this week over.
Right.
Move on. It's actually a whole process, and it's constantly.
And then it just starts over.
And then it never stops
every day
until she's like, okay, old hag, no more. And I'm like, oh crap, sorry. I guess.
And then it's just like working at slow motion.
Yes, exactly.
Until they drop. Okay. Right. And on average, you said that lasts how long?
About 28 days.
About 28 days.
28 days. I always think about it like it's the moon cycle.
Right.
So it follows the moon cycle.
Right.
Which I didn't do research on, but I wanted to see what exactly is that connection there.
The moon?
Yeah, the moon and the period.
I mean, listen, when you think about it, the moon moves water.
And I've made the same connection before.
And we are a lot of water.
Astrology is real. Because the moon controls the tides. We know it's science.
We're a lot of water.
Like,
I remember
75%?
I don't remember, don't ask me.
A lot.
7?
I know there's a 7 in there.
Sure, that sounds good to me.
There's more than 50.
Yeah, there's more than 50. We are more water than anything else.
Yes.
So it would logically make sense to me.
Right. And
that,
I've said this a lot too.
And
I'm like, now this is how I see it, and it'll be the water.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, am I right? Am I wrong? But I like that someone else made the connection. I'm like, I must be right.
Or we're both wrong.
The blind leading
the blind leading the blind. I say that all the time. I'm like, oh, sure.
I just need one other person to agree with me, and I'm like, hey, go out.
Yeah, I'll be your one person. Yeah, the moon.
Nice. The moon.
Yeah. Listen, maybe that's why I thought it was lunar phase. The lunar phase for my last one.
You know what? When I would hear her
Luteral?
first, I would, in my head,
Yeah.
like the lunar.
Yeah.
But it's luteal.
Luteal, the last phase.
Something like that.
Okay.
Now, of course, the 28 days is an always.
It's an average.
It's an
right?
average. It is an average.
Some people are shorter, some people are longer.
Which is why we start seeing irregular periods, because we'll start seeing ovulation right before the period, or right after.
Right.
It's kind of just how your cycle is moving.
Right.
No period is built the same.
Right. But there is an average.
There's
right?
an average, and there is an order to it.
Right. Okay.
Something must happen for something else to happen, doesn't
Yes. Yeah.
I
think what I'm leading into is like the idea of like an irregular period. Right. Because I know for me the longest time, or at least when I was younger, they would ask if my period was regular. I wasn't completely sure what that meant for the longest time.
Right. I just thought, it comes out.
Yeah, it happens. Is that what you mean? It happens.
Yeah.
I don't know when it happens.
I don't even remember if my period was regular when I was younger.
I remember for a fact it wasn't. My period didn't start to get regular, or at least on track, where I could kind of figure out when it was going to happen until maybe 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's recent.
Yes.
That's very recent.
Yes, it had been irregular my entire life. But that kind of that happens. Right. It happens. There are a lot of reasons why it might happen.
That's true.
Sometimes it can be medical stuff.
Sometimes it's
what you eat, right? I also know that stress, anxiety, that can like happen a lot of the times. Exercise.
Water intake.
And I think some of the research that I did was like it's completely normal to have an irregular cycle. The only time that it gets worrisome is if it surpasses a specific amount of days. And I think it was like 35 or 38 days after that, and if it's consistently like that after that, start looking into why. Help. Yeah, why is it like that? What's happening? That's a big thing. Always ask your doctor.
A regular period, and you've had a regular period for a while, and you see that out of the blue with no significant changes to your day-to-day life, you're skipping periods, or it's starting to act a little strange, ask your doctor.
Yeah.
Because there's always underlying some things.
Yeah.
And it's better safe than sorry.
Yes, always.
Again, like I say, your body is constantly communicating to you. I like to say that my body is betraying me, but honestly, she's just trying to take care of me. She's like, hey, girl, something's not working, love. Let's check it out. And I'll be like, girl, shut up.
It's the only body we got, so we got to take care of her.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
She's trying to take care of us. The least we can do
Is listen.
Is listen.
Is listen.
Is listen. That's it.
That's literally it.
That's like a life lesson too, right?
Yes.
The least we can do for anybody, anything, listen.
Listen.
Because there are signs everywhere
Yes.
for everything. Listen.
This is kind of like a life.
Yes.
And if you need help, talk. And
Seek
find somebody
help.
to listen.
Seek help.
Find somebody to listen.
Have
Find a
them
doctor.
listen. Find a doctor.
To listen.
You know.
I agree. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Listen.
Thanks.
Wait. So how old were you when you got your period?
Honestly, I don't remember the exact age. I do remember it being around like maybe 4th or 5th grade. I feel like okay.
4th or 5th? That's 4th, 3rd? No, that's younger.
That's younger, right?
Crap.
Because 6th grade is 11, 12. So maybe, so 10 or 9 would be like 4th or 5th.
Okay.
Right?
I think I was like, I want to say 4th, 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
That's where I think on average.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I remember it not being that big of an issue or a deal for me, at least, because I'd done all of the health classes. Like I said, my mom's a nurse. She had been supplying me and my brothers with our body books for like our entire life.
I love that.
And she would put them in our bathroom, and if we had nothing to do or in our bathroom, we'd just pick up the book and read it.
But it's never too soon. And
No,
I think that also shouldn't be a taboo topic to tell to your kids. Like, they should know what they're walking around
what's going on
in.
with our lives, you know?
Their body's changing.
Yes.
And it's changing fast.
Yes, and
They
especially
should know
when
to
you're
keep
young.
up. Yeah, it's
You
confusing,
don't know
it's
what's
scary.
going on, you know?
I was very lucky to grow up with an older sister and a mom.
Yeah.
No brothers.
Yeah.
Until I was much older. So they would always talk about their periods very openly in front of me.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where I was getting FOMO. Where my sister got out of going to a pool party once because she was on her period. And I went to the pool party and I was like, sorry, my sister didn't come because she's on her period. Sister was pissed. And I go, what? I won't come when I'm on my period. I ended up getting it. And then I literally went to school the next day. And I'm in the freaking library. And I don't even think I even like bled or anything. I'm wearing a pad. And then I go, it's silent. And I'm like, can I go to the restroom? And she's like, yeah. She's like, okay, thank you. I have to go change my pad. And everybody's like, okay.
Very proud. I'm proud to be a woman.
I've always been super proud of having a period. Like, as a kid, I was all like, yes, I have a period, everybody. I'm a woman. I've grown. I've grown adult woman. And I think ever since I've been obnoxiously loud about it. And it went to a point where, like, in high school, middle school, you know how, like, girls would get
hide it,
yeah, and hide it.
Hide it in their sleeves.
Never.
Me neither.
And if you're watching this, and if you know me, you know this. I'd be like, I'm gonna go to the restroom, and I'd grab my bag and be like, I have to go to the restroom.
Yeah. I think I was similar in the way of wanting to be really loud about it. I think growing up with someone that made it a point to say, this is normal, you should not be embarrassed about this. And I think part of my personality is kind of like that, kind of loud and obnoxious, and why are you embarrassed? To the point where people would start passing me things, hiding it. I'm like, why are you doing that? Give it to me.
Yeah,
like,
me too. I'm like, give me that.
This is normal, you know?
Yes,
and I'm like, okay. You know, or like me raising my hand to go to the bathroom and they're like, no, you just went, or no, you can't go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, well, do you want me to bleed in your chair?
And
they're like, okay, here's the pass. I'm like, thank you.
What's that one? What is it? Was it a TikTok or Vine where that was like, I'm gonna piss on the floor?
I have no idea what that is.
I have no idea what I've heard it. I heard it. Where I'm literally like, okay, well, I'm about to bleed on your phone. Is that
You're like, any second now, it's coming. Listen.
Well, I'm on my period. Yeah. Same thing with gym.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I really started. If I don't feel like running because I'm on my period, he's like, and if it's a male gym teacher, I already knew. I'm like, I know exactly what I'm saying. I'm on my period. And he'll be like, oh, sorry. I think men, even grown men, were so uncomfortable with you saying that.
I don't know why.
Like, dude, we all get them.
Okay.
We all get them.
You know? Yeah.
I think you should be grown enough to know that. Like, why is it something so common? And it goes back to something so common.
Yes.
It's something that happens to 50% of our population.
Yes.
Why are we still getting like, oh, okay, sure, you're on your period. Okay.
So
I've made it also a point to, like, with my younger brother. Since he's so much younger than me and my sister, very early on, we tried to make him very comfortable with it. Where it was like, hey, go get me my pads.
Yes.
Hey, go get me this.
Yes.
And then, so he knows what each product is from a very young age. Like, he'll be 5 and he'll be like, here are your pads. I'm like, thank you.
Yes.
And then I think there was a conversation once where me and my sister are just full on talking about our anatomy. He's just sitting there. And we don't realize he's paying attention.
Yeah.
He's paying attention.
Yes.
But I want him to get so used to it
Yes.
where it doesn't even faze him. And I hope, because I was very blessed to have a partner who already knew it, who
Right.
already knew what a period was and how it worked and what I needed
Yeah.
before I even became his partner.
Yes.
So he knows how to help me. Like, I moved in with him and I would get cramps and he was like, oh, well, here's this heating pad.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's wife left it when they moved out.
Yeah.
Here. And I was like, oh, thank you. I didn't even ask for it. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's always the smaller things that you need help in. And it's always nice to know that someone else knows how to help.
Right.
And I'm hoping I'm raising a little boy who doesn't need a woman to, like, be like, oh, damn.
Ask.
Now I have to explain all this shit to him, this grown man.
Yeah.
So whoever his future partner is, if you have a period, you're welcome.
Doing a little work for you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I'm proud of it.
It's our gift to you.
I'm proud of my work.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
Well,
Thank you.
You did it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Gosh. Yeah, I have to agree. It's so much easier, and it's just nice having
nice.
someone that knows, and
Yeah.
someone. I mean, my partner knows when I'm about to get my period before I know when I'm about to get my period.
Well,
I'm
the
like,
main
no.
argument is like, you're just hungry or on your period. And
Me, yeah. And there's a part of me that's like, how dare you? And then I'll literally get it the next day, and I'm like, well.
This is awkward.
I'm like, dang. I'm like, dang it. And it's not like...
He'll know, though. He'll know.
He's like, you're either being cranky, you're either crying for no reason, or the reason is, like, crazy.
He notices my eating habits.
Oh.
And it's true. I only eat chocolate when I'm on my period, or sweet things. I'm not a sweet tooth girl. And everybody knows this. I hate sweet things.
Yeah.
I hate them. I'm a sour. I like sour. I like bitter. I like that thing. And he'll notice if I pick up a sweet treat, he'll be like, she's about to start her period. Well, yes. You got me. Well, I'm so predictable.
Mine is, like I said, I'm cranky or I'm crying. The amount of times that I've cried over something so silly, like, I think I've cried over, okay, so we've got 2 dogs. One dog is female.
Yes.
And I swear she's after my man. That girl, Luna, her name is Luna.
Watching this, Luna.
She only wants his attention when I'm around.
Good for her.
I get home and she's like, no, mine.
She's asserting her
And I
dominance.
remember literally sobbing, being like, you want to spend time with her more than me. And literally, like, the next day I was like, so, had a crash out about my own dog. My dog. Not even his dog. My dog. I don't know. I mean, speaking of myths.
There's a lot of myths.
There's a lot of myths. There's the pregnancy one, right?
Oh, the one that you can't get pregnant?
Yes.
During a period?
Yes. Though it's not common, it is possible. And one of the reasons might be because sperm, I don't know if you know this, can live up to 5 days.
Ew.
Yes, they just hold on.
Ew.
They just hold on. They can live up to 5 days inside of you.
Get out of me.
No, yeah.
Let go.
They're like, ow.
Big meat.
Choose me.
You know what's crazy? Do you know how much sperm is released?
No.
A shit ton. And for one of them to make it is crazy to me. It's in the, like, thousands.
What?
Of how many little, like, sperm cells go into you.
Someone look it up because I want to know the exact.
Me too. And I should have looked this up. But the fact that
Also, how do they know? Is it like they're counting? They're like 1, 2, 3, 4.
They're like, wait.
There's like a clicker every time they come out.
The
They're
TSA,
like, 1, 2, 3, 4,
it's
5,
just like, check. How many people went through the freaking uteral entrance?
Like, go.
Oh my god. Wait. I guess, like, you know, they've done the test, the little microscope.
They like scoop it out, they make them do it, and then they,
1, 2, 3, 4.
okay. And it's like moving around. You're like, wait.
Don't.
Wait.
I'm actually kind of glad I'm not a STEM major. This is too much. I feel like I'd annoy the shit out of everyone. Like, wait, how do we know this? How do we know that?
It's too many questions. There's too many questions.
And there's an answer.
Yes.
Which, Google is free.
Google's right.
So, whenever you're feeling, like, stuck up on some of these things, if your body's doing something weird, or if you think you're about to get pregnant, Google it. Google it.
It may not give you a straight answer, and
but it'll push you.
Yeah, it'll push you towards.
It'll be like, I don't know, girl. Maybe you should take a little pregnancy test.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
You're like, well,
maybe you shouldn't be having sex right now.
maybe
you're
abstinence.
lucky, lady. Maybe the Texans were right.
Maybe. Maybe health was actually preaching
Southern health classes.
Southern health, no, quite literally Southern health.
That's all I was taught.
If you know nothing about Texas, nothing about Southern schooling at all,
Abstinence is your best friend.
That's what. Yeah, that's it. That's all
Nothing
they taught
else.
you in
Nothing else.
health class in Texas.
Yeah.
It's abstinence. That's the first lesson they teach you.
Abstinence. Do not have sex.
Don't have sex, because you will get pregnant and die.
I'm not exaggerating. And I think because I didn't have a health class till high school.
Yeah.
When did you have your first health class?
In like 4th grade.
Nope.
But
I had mine in high school.
they had to. Our parents had to sign off on it.
Oh, see, we didn't even get.
They
offered
sent
it.
home little permission slips saying that we were going to do it, I think, the next day or that week or whatever. And then they had to sign off on it. And all the parents that said no, their kids got to be excused.
What? See,
Yeah.
I technically had my first one in middle school, but all we talked about was like physical education, where exercising, the food pyramid, and that's it.
Yeah.
But then I didn't have my actual first like health class till like 10th or 11th grade. Exactly. And I'm already girl, people are already having sex.
People are having babies.
Someone was pregnant, I'm sure, in the class. I'm sure.
People are having babies.
I'm sure. And I'm like, at this point, and I remember a girl, they did not even care. The teacher was like, whatever, just don't have sex. Don't have sex, and if you do, this is what a period is.
I don't know about you, but when people tell me not to do something, I usually
I'm gonna do it.
want to do that
I'm
thing.
gonna do it. I'm also a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
No, I didn't do it.
But imagine how many kids did.
Yeah. There are a lot of kids.
And how many people don't know how to listen to their bodies.
I know.
So they're feeling a little horny, freaky, deaky.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, the boy to my left is cute. And suddenly he's baby daddy.
Yeah.
So it really isn't
For
like
the rest of your life.
exactly. So now, as a choice that was made as a child,
Yeah.
due to the lack of education, 'cause a lot of
Yes.
times it is,
Yep.
due to the lack of awareness, the lack of like conversation,
Yeah.
and you stuck with Freddie on the left. No offense, Freddie.
Yeah, no offense, Freddie.
I'm sure you're a great dad. Moving on.
Moving on from Freddie.
But no, yeah,
gosh.
that is another. We were talking about myths.
Yeah, we were talking about myths.
If you've gotten pregnant on your period, however, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Because having
it
sex
can
on your
happen.
period, look,
It's
What?
you know not a possibility.
I don't look, and let me expose me and my man right now. We're not on any contraceptives.
Ooh, me neither.
We're on the good old pull out. But also, and this is my disclaimer,
Yeah.
I'm very regular.
Yeah.
And I'm very good at tracking my
Yes.
period. I'm
Yes.
very, very good at it.
Yes.
Now, may I fail a couple times? Yes, but I'm aware of it and I stand by it. I
Yes.
made a mistake. Then I'm like, oh, let's go get that test, boy.
Yes.
Plan B.
me every like other month. I'm like, I am. He's like, you're not.
You're not.
But
It's
just to smooth
We
your
have like
anxiety.
3 pregnancy
Yeah, I'm
tests
like
waiting to
pulling
be
the
used.
thing out. Like this one.
How am I doing? What matches my nails?
Which one?
The blue or the pink?
I want the one that says pregnant or not pregnant. Thank you.
I like the screen. I like the digital.
Yes, I love the digital.
Oh, I don't like.
I want to look at a line.
Boo.
It's
No, I
terrifying.
trust computers.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
But
Yes, I do. Right.
if listen, don't
Don't be surprised.
don't be
I think those are okay.
surprised. Yeah, if it happens.
Crazier things have happened, but also the chances aren't high. I'm not a doctor and I'm not your health teacher.
No,
You make that
I'm not
choice.
your mother either. Okay, make your own decisions.
Or your uterus.
Or your uterus. Yes, make your own decisions.
Make your decisions.
Be
You know your body.
safe
Yes.
with yourself, with your emotions, with your body specifically, and just keep an eye on it.
Here we go.
You know?
Just listen to her. Have a little conversation with her.
Yeah, because
talking-
I'll be honest,
Right.
full transparency, period sex is fun. For
We've
me,
talked about it.
we've talked about it.
And this is another. I don't know if we call it myths or not, because I've always heard about having sex with period will help with cramps.
Yes,
Will help shorten.
right.
I was very excited to try it. However, she betrayed me so fast. I felt so lied to.
Oh.
It made it so much worse for me. It made I don't get cramps past my first
Right.
or the day before.
Right.
I'll get period cramps those days, and then I won't have it for the rest of my period. I got period cramps for almost 3 days straight after that. It was wretched, and then I swear to God, I was almost finishing my period,
Yeah.
and then it starts off, and it's like one of the heaviest flows I've had in a while.
Right.
I honestly was so hurt. I was like, no way. I was just been betrayed. You liars. You all lied to me. However, it was fun in the moment.
Yes.
It was fun. I had fun. I'm just really sad it didn't work out for me.
I know that is a bummer because for me it does kind of help with. I don't think the length of my period, but it does help with my cramps.
Really?
Yeah. It's like the
insert that emoji where it's just like.
Ooh. Because I think another thing that they say is like exercise is supposed to be good for your period. I'm not a fan of that one.
Which on my research it says walking and swimming actually.
Oh.
It's one of the best exercise. Even like just stretching. Stretch your body out. Oftentimes I'll go into like fetal position.
Okay.
And that'll help. And insert little heating pad and just go straight fetal, you know? And that helps. Or like really stretching out helps. Which is why I thought, you know, sex would help. Being stretched really well.
You stretched pretty well.
Pretty well. Wrong. That was my reminder.
Right for me. Wrong for Rosa.
That was my reminder that not all periods are about the same.
Yeah, not all periods are the same.
Regular and all aspects except the best one. Okay, I guess I had a little loss.
It could also be the type of product that you're using.
That's true.
Because I used to get terrible cramps when using like tampons, and I still use tampons.
Yeah. I
prefer now to use either period panties. Love free bleeding. I think it's so good.
I want to try that.
You should try that.
Let's write that down. I'll come back with the review.
Yes, because I would also suggest what are they called? Discs. I would suggest discs.
Yeah, I've been suggested that before.
Those are great.
And I've never strayed from a pad. However, growing up I always used a certain brand. And it was really the cheapest brand.
You probably know what the brand is.
It's the brand.
It's always there.
It's always the first choice.
Yeah.
Always the first choice.
Always the first choice.
And then, as an adult, I switched over to Honey Pot.
You love Honey Pot. I love Honey Pot.
And I got their herbal ones, which throws people off.
Yeah.
But that one helped me with my cramps.
Yeah.
It would almost soothe me.
Yeah.
My cramps aren't as aggressive.
Yeah.
And they don't last as long.
Yes.
And also, I don't bleed into the pad as much.
Yes.
Whereas before I would fill up my pads, but now anytime I'm bleeding is when I use the restroom.
Yeah.
And then the blood will just come out like that.
Yep.
Is that normal? I don't know, but I like it. Me and my period like that.
I don't know.
But no, yeah, it was a bummer for me that I couldn't have sex. It's a fun fact.
Sorry.
Yeah, so water helps a lot. I feel like the water intake, people don't realize how much water they're actually losing.
Yeah.
When releasing all the blood. Stay hydrated, y'all.
Speaking of stay hydrated, we have these nice little drinks that have just been sitting here. We forgot to try them. We are Poor Girls, just a reminder. If you've made it this far into this video, go ahead and subscribe, maybe do a little share. But part of us is making drinks.
Yeah.
Background, we have a background of coffee. We're baristas, barista and coffee nerds. So we try to make drinks every episode. Today's drink, it was slightly inspired by today's episode.
Look, let's pull this out, right?
It's a dried strawberry.
It's a dried strawberry. Does she not look like
a uterus?
A cute little vagina.
Cute little
uterus.
Yeah, probably a little.
I wanted to have an interesting drink.
Yes,
and that's what she is.
Yes. So in the spirit of staying hydrated, we put sparkling water. We put lemonade and a shot of espresso. And a little couple of dried strawberries. For visuals.
Acidity, nourishment, and a little caffeine.
It
never hurt nobody.
Okay. This is the first time we'll be trying it. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh,
cheers?
Yes.
Cheers. Okay.
Cheers.
Let's try. I would drink it. I'll keep drinking it. It's...
Do you want a straw?
Oh my god, wait, yes? I have a straw? Okay. I have a straw.
Okay, full review though.
Yeah, full review.
Let me use my straw.
Okay. Listen. You should try it. Try it. We will have a full how to make.
Just like a period, you don't know what you're gonna get.
You don't know what you're
We didn't know what we were gonna get.
We just put some things together, and that's like the life. That's the beauty of making drinks.
Bad.
It's not bad. That's the thing. It's just not something I would keep going to.
And that's... Couldn't we say the same?
About periods?
Sometimes they're not that bad.
They're not that bad. It's not something
I'll work through it.
Look forward to.
If I had the choice for something else, I would get something else.
Oh, absolutely, I would. Taste is subjective.
It is.
It's like art. Whether we like something you might like, you might love, or maybe it's just a bad drink.
It could
either
just be
either way, I still think that you should try it. On that note, I don't know. I'm really excited that we talked about this.
Me too.
I'm excited that we decided to talk about it with you guys.
I hope you guys learned something.
Yeah. You know, even if all you learned was just talking about a subject that you may not have, been comfortable to talk about or listen to in the first place, I don't think this is a subject that people talk about enough. I think a lot of people think it's like silly and gross and embarrassing, and it's not.
It just is.
It happens.
Yeah.
To a large majority of the population, it happens to me. It happens to you.
It happens to technically everyone.
Maybe you. You know,
like it affects my boyfriend, so it's happening to him too.
Right.
So it happens to almost everyone.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So I would definitely encourage you guys to open up the conversation with your partner, your friends, your family. If you see somebody who is struggling a little bit and
a little embarrassed,
give a helping hand.
Yeah. Be like, you know what? Let me help you out.
Yeah.
What do you need to do? What do you need help with? Let's talk through it.
Yeah.
Here's my recommendations.
Yeah.
Always be a helping hand. I think these are things where it should be expected.
I agree.
And you should be expected to help.
I
You
agree.
should feel comfortable giving the help. You should feel comfortable having the conversations. If someone has a question, be like, you know what, friend, let's Google it.
Yeah, I agree.
Google it.
100%. I agree.
I love it. I love creating. I hope we've created that space for you.
Yeah.
Where you've been like, holy crap, I did not know that about my body.
Yes.
And now you're interested in learning about your body because it's never too late.
I'd also be interested in hearing some of your guys' stories on your first periods.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Give me the gritty.
Yeah. Well, I want to hear what you guys have gone through.
The most awkward. I want the worst.
Give me the uncomfortable. You know.
Yeah. Give me the sweetest too.
Yeah.
Give me something cute.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
But I think on that note, I think it might be time to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good day.
It's a good day. Good conversation. Thank you for joining. Of course.
For joining. This was a topic.
Good.
Thank you for drinking the drink.
Yeah, of course. I actually think I'm going to finish it. I, again, suggest that you try it at least. I also suggest that you subscribe, like, and share. Go visit our Instagram and our TikTok, Poor Girls. And again, share your thoughts on this episode, this topic, and, just in general. We'll catch you next time.
We love you.
Bye-bye.